Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new Texas Lottery $2 5 times lucky ticket. This is part of the April 2024 series of tickets coming out in Texas. And this video won't come out until next week, so this is a little bit early. But this is a number match game, and then there is one symbol you can find. It's the 5X symbol for 5 times the prize. I do notice here on the ticket it says supporting Texas veterans. Usually whenever I see a ticket that says supporting Texas veterans on it, the payouts tend to be lower than a normal ticket, so we'll see if that's true with this one. But looking over here on this page, this is the prize structure and odds that the Texas Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 4.54, and it looks like you can win anywhere from $2 up to $30,000. Looking at the prize structure, just a couple of kind of small things I notice. First of all, the break-even prize has better odds than 1 in 10. I don't usually like to see that because it just means more of the game is being played here at the break-even level than needs to be, I think, so it's going to make it a little bit boring. And then also I noticed that the odds of winning the top prize are just really, really long. I mean, I don't know how much the Texas Lottery people think $30,000 with taxes taken out is, but it should not have odds of 1 in 1.8 million. I mean, that's ridiculous. We do need to mention taxes. So in Texas, for any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 24% in taxes. I don't view the tax money as part of the value of a game, and so that is going to affect how I view this top prize. So instead of $30,000, I'm going to view this as $22,800. And so with that adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 64 and 65%. This is just way too low. I mean, there's no way I would ever play a scratch ticket with a payout this low. My recommendation is that you don't play this ticket either. I mean, Texas Lottery is totally taking advantage of you. With this one, we look for a minimum of 70% payout on all scratch tickets. This is so much below 70%. And the reason we look for 70% is because states can make plenty of money in that 70% range. So, for Texas to put out a $2 ticket at 64% payout just shows how little they value their customers. They don't care about the customer at all. The other thing that we do need to mention about the 64% payout is that it does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are going to see 64% payout on this game. So what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning those top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what the new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $50 prize level. So again, I don't recommend that you play this game, but if you were thinking about playing it, when you do win on it, you're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $2 and $50. And there's a split there at the $50 prize level. It's about 12 to 88. So, very few, only 12% of the $50 prizes are going to join these lower level prizes in the bottom 99%. So this is where, the average player is going to be winning their prizes. The other 88%, the large majority of these $50 prizes, are going to join these higher prizes as the top 1%. Now, top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and it's about 1 in every 454 tickets that would have a top 1% prize on it. And so what that means is that you're in over $900 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. And it's probably going to be a $50 prize, if not that, probably a $100 prize when you do hit it. So that's important to note if you are considering playing this game. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes. And so when we do that, we find out that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 52 and 53%. And this is also just like a really brutally low number. I mean, we look for a minimum of 60% payout for the bottom 99% of prizes. When you're playing here in the 50% range, and this is the low 50% range, unless you're one of the lucky few that win those, top prizes, I mean, this ticket is just going to eat your money so fast. I mean, your wallet will shrink um, when you play this game. It's to me like when I'm losing my money so fast, like you will on this game, I just don't find it fun to play. And so, yeah, I mean, I really am surprised that Texas can sell tickets when they put the bottom 99% payout this low, and the overall payout of the game. I just don't see how people stomach it. But I definitely would not be playing this game. Now, here on this page, we're keeping track of the increases and decreases in Texas $2 tickets. You see the 5 times lucky data point over here on the right. So we did get an increase from the ticket from last month, the Lucky Dog Cool Cat ticket. That's not saying much though, because that was tied for the worst $2 ticket that we've seen in Texas. Um, so yeah, I mean, even though we see this increase in value, I'm glad we see the increase in value, but the values are so low anyways. I mean, we'd have to see like a super steep increase to get the $2 ticket value up to where it needs to be. Again, I wouldn't play $2 tickets in Texas because the values are just complete trash. But if you are, for some strange reason, playing $2 tickets in Texas, in green, you see the best tickets currently available that have jackpots. 5 times lucky is the best that you're going to find, along with break the bank. Um, that's if you're playing for overall value. If you're playing for odds, the 10 times the cash ticket has the best odds. If you are a more conservative player and you like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, match 3 tripler has the most money in the bottom 99%. However, 58% is still a tough number. And then if you're more of a high roller and you like to win a little bit more money when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, this new 5 times lucky ticket has the most money at the top. And then we are keeping track of top prizes as well if you are interested in that. Now here on this page, we are ranking Texas $2 tickets based on overall payout. And so you can see in red, these are the tickets that either the Texas Lottery has pulled from them being a little bit older, or all the jackpots have been won. And so these are mostly your top $2 tickets. And, when I say top, I say that with a grain of salt, because 64% is not good. But the 5 times lucky is currently in 5th place. It's the fifth best ticket we've seen come out of Texas in the $2 ticket category. But again, that's not saying anything, because all of these values are trash. Now here on this page, we are ranking based on the bottom 99% payout. So this is the friendliness to the average player. And you can see 5 times lucky all the way at the bottom of the list. This is the toughest ticket for the average player. So again, you're just being taken for a ride on this ticket unless you are one of the lucky few who are hitting those top prizes. Now here on this page, this is where we get to compare $2 tickets across states. These are the top 35 tickets we've seen on the channel so far in the $2 ticket category. You can see Texas is nowhere on this list. As a matter of fact, 64% is what the 5 times lucky offered. The 35th best ticket has a 68% value, 4% more than what we're seeing from the Texas ticket. And so, it's very easy to see that Texas is just not competitive with what other states are doing. You've got Florida 68, 69%. You've got Georgia at 70, 71%. And then, you've got Massachusetts regularly coming in at 72%. And then we get these, one-off kind of good $2 tickets that have come out of Georgia. The best $2 ticket we've seen is the Fast 20s. It had 75% payout, which is pretty good for a $2 ticket. And so we have to ask the question, if Georgia can put out a $2 ticket at 75% payout and make plenty of money doing it, then why is Texas putting out $2 tickets at 64% value? That's more than 10 percentage points less than what Georgia did with the Fast 20s ticket. And 10% is a massive amount of money when you think about how much money goes into making just one of these scratch games. So one scratch game can easily have 10 million tickets that make up the game. Multiply that by the $2 price tag, that's $20 million wrapped up in just one of these scratch games. And 10% of 20 million is $2 million that the Georgia Lottery put into the hands of its players on this Fast 20s game. that the Texas Lottery is basically stealing from its players. And I say stealing pretty comfortably because the Texas Lottery is not forthcoming with the payouts of these tickets. They just expect their players to play in the dark with no information. And so, yeah, I mean, the Texas Lottery is literally stealing your money. Now, here on this page, these are the top 36 tickets that we've looked at on the channel so far for bottom 99% payout. So these are the friendliest tickets that we've seen in the $2 ticket category. 52% not very close to making this list. So again, this new 5 times lucky is just really brutal for the average player. Here on this page, this is to give a little bit more context as to how low the value is on this new $2 5 times lucky ticket. Massachusetts, in general, has the best scratch tickets of the 6 states that we're looking at on the channel. Their $1 tickets regularly come in at 69% payout. This is 5 percentage points more than what you're getting from a more expensive ticket from Texas. I mean, it doesn't make sense. This is completely backwards. A more expensive ticket should never have less value than a cheaper ticket from another state. Texas Lottery should be embarrassed of this ticket. They should be ashamed of what they're doing to their customers without the customers' knowledge, too. I mean, it's just really, just kind of a despicable thing that they're doing. But anyways, here on this page, these are the top 36 tickets we've looked at on the channel so far. You don't see any $2 tickets on this list, probably never will, so you can pause that and look at it if you would like. And then here are the top 36 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. And you do see a couple of $2 tickets here on this list. So it is possible for these $2 tickets to compete with the higher priced tickets. But man, I mean, Texas has such a long way to go to get their $2 tickets to even be decent. I would never play this myself. I would never recommend anybody play these tickets. So, what do you do if you live in Texas and you have junk tickets like this? My advice is find a scratcher from Massachusetts on social media that you like and you trust, and just go in on scratch tickets with that person. I know it's not as fun to watch somebody else scratch your tickets, but I mean, you're going to get such a better bang for your buck buying tickets from another state. But that's about it for this new Texas Lottery $2 5 times lucky ticket. 2 thumbs down. Hopefully we can get some better values in the future. But that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.